I've made videos in the past titled the non-league Rangers, the non-league Celtic and the non-league Manchester United. I find it so interesting to investigate these non-league smaller clubs, see what the differences are between them and their sort of bigger cousins, and also see what some of the similarities are as well. We saw at Manchester United, obviously, some vast differences between Manchester United and FC United of Manchester. We've seen vast differences in Celtic and St Rochs. We've seen vast differences in Cambuslang Rangers and Rangers, but there are also loads of similarities as well. Like their badges are always kind of similar, the colours of the club, their stadiums might have a name relating to their bigger cousins as well. Celtic, the non-league Celtic St Rochs, their stadium is named after a Celtic legend, the highest scorer in the club's history, I do believe. So yes, there are some amazing links, and there is one that we'll be seeing today, the non-league Manchester City. Maybe the most vast difference between two clubs that we've done this kind of video for. Obviously the non-league Manchester United was set up in protest against the Glazers 17 years ago, whereas Maine Road FC were formed a lot further back than that, and they weren't in protest, I don't think, to modern football, but the way that Manchester City have gone and where sort of Maine Road FC have remained have made some massive differences between the two teams. But there are some similarities as well, and I cannot wait for today. We'll be seeing them play. But why am I starting my video here? I've actually made a video standing where I'm standing right now. I'm currently on where the pitch once would have been at Maine Road. Yeah, sadly, look, not much of a football stadium here anymore, but I'm currently on the site at which Manchester City used to call home. Even the street names around here, Citizens Way or Place or something, I literally just saw it, I'd have just shown it you on screen as well. Blue Moon, there's a Blue Moon Road around here as well as other little touches like the Centre Circle, which is in memory to a former groundsman of Manchester City who would have tended the pitch here at Maine Road. And yes, whilst Manchester City used to play at Maine Road, they now obviously play at the Etihad. But in 1955, a group of Manchester City fans thought they'd start their own team, and they called it Maine Road FC. I think they're in a North West Counties League. I'm not even sure what tier that is, maybe 8th or 9th. We're going to be chatting to people from the club later on. But before we go down there, just look at their badge. Look how similar the Maine Road FC badge is to old Man City badges of the past, and there's like newer one as well. I find that a lot of the club crests and even kits these days are sort of retro throwbacks in a way, aren't they? And you can tell that Maine Road FC's badge is very similar to obviously what Man City have now and have had in the past as well. So really interesting place this, as you can tell from some of the new houses. Oh, and even look, I didn't even notice this when I came here for my other video where I went from Maine Road to the Etihad and just chatting about City in a video. Look at this, Troutman Close. Bert Troutman, the man who broke his neck in the FA Cup final for Man City, but still carried on and played the rest of the game. Imagine being a Man City fan, maybe an old school Man City fan, used to come in here and watch him play at Maine Road. Imagine later down in life buying a place on Troutman Close. I wonder if in 50 to 100 years there'll be Edison Avenue by the Etihad when that's knocked down and they've gone somewhere else. Who knows? But yeah, please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe if you're new as well. The last few English videos doing really well. Went to see Man City v Dortmund, did an Oldham video as well. So huge thank you to everybody for all the support. The channel members as well, absolute bunch of legends. I just want to say thank you to everybody so much for all the support recently. Been getting loads of suggestions for clubs all across the country, and I can't wait to cover your club soon. Right, enough rambling from me. Let's finally head down to see Maine Road FC, the non-league Manchester City. Here we go. Something tells me this is going to be a little bit different to the Etihad. Players and officials that way. St Margaret's Church playing fields, the home of Maine Road Football Club. So the Man City v Dortmund game I was at the other day in the Champions League, I bought the cheapest hospitality ticket because it was sort of the easiest ticket I could buy, and there was still some good availability on the day that I had to buy it. It cost me 95 quid, and the seats were padded, and you got a bit of a better experience, a little bit quieter in the concourse, you get a free drink and a free programme. But like I say, nice part of the stadium, padded seats. Now it does seem that the only seats are these wooden benches here at Maine Road FC. A little bit different to the Etihad and probably slightly different to Maine Road as well, the stadium by which this club are obviously named. But look, I love this. Imagine like the similarities between Maine Road FC. Look, there's their badge. You can see it, how similar it is to Man City, yet how different their stadium is. But the thing that connects them is the people who obviously run and have set up this club down the years. But maybe look, this is the 95 quid hospitality seating. At least you get a little backrest here as opposed to on them ones. And it does actually say, look, reserved for visiting officials. Maybe they should turn this into the hospitality deck. Charge 95 quid, free programme, free beer on entry, and they could break it in, I'm sure. And I wonder how many people they'll get here today, because Man City are playing right now. It should finish, look, it's 35th minute right now, 1 o'clock. Kickoff here is at 3, so maybe people will come here after the City game's finished. But just the 2 goal scorers, look at that. Grealish, he cost 100 million, and Haaland, he's obviously, if he stays fit, going to break all kinds of goal scoring records over the next few years. So, like, the dichotomy between this team here, made from Man City fans, with this as their ground, and then like Man City and what they're doing right now currently, winning 2-0 with these 2 players who have scored the goals. Like, it is mad, the differences, but again, the similarities, the colours, the badge, etc.
My name's Reese, I'm the Maine Road manager here. I've been managing, this is my 2nd season now. Yep. Coming into it.
Who did you grow up supporting?
I was a Red. I still am a Red.
Right.
I still am a solid Red.
And how does it feel managing Maine Road?
You know what? Every time, I don't know if you know. Obviously, the club badge is very is the old City badge. So I always get a lot of stick walking around with this from my uncles and whatnot. When I got to walk around with this, being a strong United fan.
Yeah, but I suppose it's a job in football for you.
Yes, exactly. That gets pushed aside for coming into this because. As much as we've got ties with City from when it started off, it's faded out a little bit now anyway. Okay. That gets put to bed. So we're in the Northwest Counties Division 1. Maine Road's got quite a good history. Like we've been in the Prem before. They've been the general history of the league that we're in. There's a lot of players that have stepped up and gone higher. We're quite a little bit of a club that pushes through a lot of players to go and play higher. We've had professional players. Probably the most standout ones, the ex-Burnley player, centre back. How's it? I've lost track of him.
Tarkovsky.
Not made it. Yeah,
Tarkovsky. He played it.
So he did play.
Did he? Wow,
I don't know why that slipped my mind, but yeah. So there's been quite a few players that come through.
Did Tarkovsky go to Everton?
Everton, that's where he's moved.
Yeah. But when he was a youngster?
Yeah. So we've got quite a few though that have come through. So a bit of a club that does push through players with it. But yeah, the league that we're in, they've not had the greatest form over the last few years and whatnot. So it's
what tier is it? Sorry. 8th tier. Nice.
Yeah, 8th tier. Yeah, so it's a case of just trying to build it back up now from where we was, and we've started off on the right tracks. We finished strong. I came into the job October last season, didn't get off to the best start, and then kind of come in and it helped to build us back up, and we've just finished just outside the playoffs. So hopefully this year we're just trying to do one better.
Could you introduce yourself again? What is it that everyone calls you?
Fungal Punk Dave.
And so you're not just here for the football today, you're also here for...
No, well, I've just been doing a mushroom walk in Warrington because I get dragged here, there and everywhere. But then every Saturday and a couple of times through the week I try and pick a non-league football ground. Not Premiership or anything. If people bought me a season ticket to the big grounds, I'd burn them.
Really? Yeah.
This is proper. You come to these grounds, you meet proper people, you're seeing people having to go for the love of it. And for me, because I'm into all the punk rock ethos and all that, DIY is always the way for me. So I've just had a wander looking at the bugs and the flowers.
Yeah, anything good in there today?
A few different overflies.
Yep.
A couple of species of fungi and a few flowers, of course. So that's pure DIY. I've led a walk this morning, taking people looking at nature, DIY, and now I'm here.
And that's something else that you wouldn't get at big football. You can't come and like mix your two hobbies at the Etihad or Old Trafford.
Going to Maine Road, wandering around the edge of the pitch. Oh, you there? What are you doing? I'm looking at bugs and I'm like, sod off.
Exactly, but you can do that here. And
Brilliant.
It's Maine Road FC. Do you know much about them as a club?
Maine Road FC, what I try and do between 60 and 80 matches a season.
Yep.
And keep it varied. Potter around here and there, because I'm a great believer in, you know, variety is the spice of life and all that. Many flavours to one fruit cake. And I come here quite often simply because it's a friendly club. It's local, of course. And I'll guarantee every time you go and watch them, they try and play good football.
Yep.
There's a good ethos for this club. Sometimes they get hammered, but they still play good football.
Yep.
Sometimes they win, play good football, and that's all it's about for me.
Well, let's hope for a big win today. Fantastic to chat. Thank you for coming on the video.
Very good. Cheers, mate.
Non-league, don't you just love it? We've just chatted to Fungal Punk Dave. I bet you can't go to many football games up and down the country and meet Fungal Punk Daves around, foraging for maybe mushrooms, or maybe not foraging, maybe the wrong word, looking for mushrooms and plants and signs of insect life and stuff. Right, and so we're about to kick off here. I think when I spoke to the manager earlier, one of us might have said this was the 8th tier. I think after chatting to someone just then off camera, this might be the 10th. So we have obviously the top 4, the Premier League all the way down to League 2, then the Conference, that's 5, National League North and South is 6, and then I think the Northern Premier is 7, Northern Premier Division 1 might be 8, and then you got the Northwest Counties top division. I think the Northwest Counties Division 1, which is what this is. So I think this is maybe 10th tier, possibly 9th. Oh my god, and we got a non-league dog. Yes. Oh, it's an early goal for Maine Road. 1-0 Maine Road, I think must be maybe 2 minutes in. The gaffer was telling us earlier, James Tarkowski, look, and I never realised this, look, at Everton now, of course, probably most famous for his time at Burnley. Before that he was at Brentford, then Oldham before that. But look, before Oldham, he was here at Maine Road FC, absolutely mad stuff. Played here at Maine Road, so they're producing Premier League players at this level here. Oof. Oof. Oh, you could hear that one hurt. Oh, and it's 2-0. Good day for Man City, who won 3-0 earlier against Wolves. Actually, looking at this could be Man City Wolves as well, couldn't it? Looking at the colour of the kits. And the score's going the same way at the moment. It's 2-0. God.
Everyone all right?
It's taken to you quite quick.
Oh, really?
Normally people is not that bothered about it. She loves it.
Oh, getting towards the end of the first half now. Will it be another good ball in? Oh, that fizzed ball in. He loves that whipper in. There we go. Half time. 2-0 Maine Road. Hasn't taken long for Maine Road to get another set piece. He's got a great delivery, this lad. Oh, on the money again. James Ward-Prowse. Oh, and it's a pen to Maine Road. Yay! I think out of the sort of 4 clubs I've done so far, as I would have maybe mentioned earlier, I feel like this is the biggest gulf between, and probably the biggest amount of spaces league position wise between the two. What is this, the 10th tier, and Man City are right at the top of the Premier League after their win today against Wolves. But yeah, what a big difference it is between the two. For those Maine Road fans, they set it up in the 50s. Man City were obviously a big team before the money came in, more recent years, but you've got to look back to the 90s and I think 80s, definitely 90s, I think, when they were 3rd tier. So not too far different from Maine Road FC, but just where Man City have gone and where Maine Road are, it's like there's such a huge difference. There's so many similarities. Again, the badge, the colours, certain fans here will support Man City, I suppose, as well. So what did you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Would you like to come to a club like this? Maybe FC United in Manchester, or St Roch, St Celtic, they're similar to, or Cambuslang Rangers for Rangers. Do go and check those videos out. I will try and remember to leave them linked in the description box. But if not, just go and search non-league Celtic, non-league Rangers, non-league Man United, and they should come up. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to hit that like button. Please remember to subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.